Mazuma TV back in the building, man. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. I'm back in the building, man. Right back at y'all with another video. Gonna knock out 2 videos in one day today. On my live yesterday, I was being asked about the whole situation with Shakur Stevenson and Lomachenko. And as I was doing research on it, I seen that Bob Arum had came out with an interview. I don't know if it was with Fight Hype. It was with one of these major platforms. Shout out to them. And Bob Arum made it clear that Shakur Stevenson's next fight will not be against Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? He said that Vasil's going through some issues right now in Ukraine. They said that the war is getting closer to where he lives, so he's not necessarily worried about boxing right now. He wants to take a break and just focus on what's going on at home right now. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that same, you know what I mean, problem back when he was fighting Devin Haney. But you know what I mean, when all the belts were on the line, he made sure that he left his country and did what he had to do to fight Devin Haney. So I don't understand why he is suddenly trying to use that excuse to not fight Shakur Stevenson now. You know what I mean? But long story short, man, Lomachenko doesn't want to fight Shakur right now. You know what I mean? So it's leaving Shakur stuck in a situation where it's like he's not going to get the proper credit he deserves because he's trying to target all the top 135 dudes. Like Gervonta, he's been real quiet lately. I think he's just attending to his family, staying low until he finds a fight for himself. Devin Haney, he's at 140 right now, about to fight Regis Prograis. Isaac Cruz didn't want to fight him. There's a few of these guys that's high-ranked 135 guys that aren't looking at Shakur Stevenson's direction. None of these top guys want to give Shakur an opportunity. So with that being said, it's like, what is Shakur supposed to do? You know what I mean? They're about to make Devin Haney champion at recess at 135, and they're going to have Shakur fight for the belt. So as they start winding down this WBC rankings list, it's going to end up being a guy that the people don't want to see. And as a result, they're going to critique Shakur Stevenson for it. But people got to understand that's not Shakur Stevenson's fault. He's made it clear that he wants the top dogs. He's made it clear that he wants to fight the best and that he wants to prove that he's the best in his weight division. So it's hard for him to do so. And he's shown to step up to the plate. He's taking on challenges. You know what I mean? Like, he stepped up. He fought Joet Gonzalez early in his career, who was a legitimate up-and-coming threat with Top Rank. Christopher Diaz was a dangerous fight for Shakur Stevenson at the time. Y'all might look back and think that Christopher Diaz wasn't shit at the end, but at the end of the day, it was a tough fight for Shakur to step into so early in his career. A lot of people that advised fighters would have advised against that at that particular time. Oscar Valdez, he's a legitimate threat. He's a legitimate threat. You know what I mean? What I'm trying to say is, I'm not trying to justify his resume or anything like that. What I'm trying to tell you is he got no problem stepping to the plate if there's a challenge in front of him. You know what I'm saying? So it just sucks that he's going to face some type of criticism when this whole situation is out of his hands. So we have to come and see the WBC, Jay Prince, Shakur, and Top Rank really have to come together and decide who's going to accept this fight. And they're going to have to put up a good amount of money to make people intrigued with the fight. You know what I mean? To make these fighters want to step up and fight Shakur, they got to make it enticing. You know what I mean? So from what I understand, Isaac Cruz is on that list on the WBC rankings, but Isaac Cruz has made it clear that he strictly just wants to get that rematch with Gervonta Davis. That seems like that's what his main focus is right now. It seems like that's his main target. That's all he's really worried about. You know what I mean? And he's taking fights in between to, I guess, prove that he's worthy of the Gervonta Davis fight. But I don't think he's going to take a big risk against Shakur Stevenson because it's a strong probability he might lose against Shakur, and that'll make him lose his opportunity against Gervonta Davis. You know what I mean? So Isaac Cruz isn't realistic. They also say that Frank Martin is on the top of that list as well. And Frank Martin has been coming out saying that he'll fight these guys. You know what I'm saying? He'll take the less amount of money. He wants to prove that he's a world champion caliber fighter. So he said he won't have no problem taking it, but things could go different when shit comes to the table. Maybe Earl Spence don't want that fight for Frank Martin right now, even though he has expressed that he has. You know what I mean? some things change up when shit get real and that contract's on the table for you to sign. So hopefully Shakur get that fight against Frank Martin. That'll be a dope fight. It'll definitely show where Frank Martin is at, and that's a fight that Shakur will have to be on his toes for, because Frank Martin is a legitimate threat for anybody in the lightweight division. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Bob Arum has made it clear that Vasyl Lomachenko will not be fighting Shakur Stevenson next. Who would y'all like to see him fight in the meantime? Is he in a lose-lose situation in terms of possible opponents that he could fight? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. This is Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another video. Shout out to Mazuma Nation and the Mazuma Mob. I'm out of here. Peace.